Attention everybody, the views expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
Howdy! Am I allowed to say howdy?
Yeah, I'm just playing
Some
music
nice
here.
picking there, Pastor Matt.
It's imaginary.
That's some really good air banjo.
It is air banjo. I could listen to banjo music all day long.
I could listen to it for 5 minutes.
Welcome to The Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster and Pastor Matt.
That's Johnny Rooster.
That's, bless you. That's Pastor Matt. Sorry.
Bless you, my son.
In numine Patri et
Bless
Filii
me,
et Spiritus
Father,
Sancti.
for I have sinned. Have you ever felt like Mondays are just not your favorite day?
Pretty much every Monday.
It's like it's the joke. It's like, remember during all these people that are having a shortage of toilet paper, whatever they feel like.
That's a pretty crappy situation
it's a
there, Johnny.
joke. Well, Monday is a joke no matter what time of year.
Yeah, I mean, look, Garfield had the right of it.
We have this Monday thing, Monday syndrome, Monday,
Yeah.
the blues, Monday.
7:30-ish.
Yeah, early morning Monday. Nobody really likes it, but you know what? I look forward to it.
You know what?
Monday.
Well, I mean, we want to give people something to look forward to on Mondays.
Yes, we do. It's the Morning Mouth.
It-
Johnny Rooster and
And
Pastor Matt.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people don't know why you're called Pastor Matt.
Well, it's because I'm ordained as a minister of the gospel.
He was sprinkled in 3 different languages.
Well, you know, I definitely was laid hands on and prayed for by all the hierarchy of Acts ministry. Bishop Dennis Everson, Bishop Jim Whining, and Bishop Dr. Paul Collins.
Lots of bishops, lots of doctors, lots of ordinations.
You know, when I felt something change when they prayed for the ordination ceremony,
Yes.
I literally felt a change.
Well, that is cool. Some people, they talk about their calling and their mission and what they do in life.
So you take off one. Okay, you take off one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
You take off one mantle and you put on another.
Well, anything related to ministry feels in some ways perhaps different from another occupation.
It is.
So if you're in ministry, you have this calling or this feeling of something changed.
Yeah.
It's not just like going to work at a department store.
Yeah, it's not like you throw on a red smock and go, "Hi, welcome to such and such. Can I help you?"
That's right.
You know.
So why do people that are in ministry get looked at as not as productive as people that are hard-working citizens?
You know, people don't realize. I mean, let's face it. A majority of the world today does not pay very much attention to the spiritual state of mankind.
In fact, they think that spiritual matters, people that tend to that, they're just kind of out there and they're not doing real work.
Right.
That's the perception in a lot of places.
When in all actuality, a lot of them are on the front lines of a war that's been going on since the beginning of time.
In fact, I believe that spiritual things are even more important than ever.
Oh, yeah, especially now.
Yes, but you know, one of these things that I think about is Mondays and preachers are about the same. They get kind of a bad rap.
They really do. So that's why we're trying to make your Monday just a little better.
Maybe a fun day. Hey, we could say this, to borrow a little phrase, making Monday popular again.
Yes.
As if it was popular in the past and we need to make it popular.
We call it, let's see,
Making Monday great again?
MMPA.
Yes, it's MMPA. Wouldn't that be a rating? Isn't that the movie?
No, that's the MMPRA.
MMPA. The rating.
That's
when you
the
rate
motion
movies?
picture, motion picture
Picture
rating, some
Association?
association, something like that.
MPRA. MAGA.
You can't spell association without.
You know, all these acronyms, they just came floating around like dirty laundry.
For those of you who don't know, acronyms are where you have a word and each letter means something. Like,
This is not just Pastor Matt. This is teacher, instructor Matt.
well, you know, like ASAP.
He assumes the audience knows
ASAP?
nothing, and he's correct when, in my case, I know nothing.
As soon as possible.
Yes.
I learned the 7 classifications of species and stuff by coming up with an acronym.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the 7 deadly sons, but go ahead.
Sons. So the 7 classifications. I'm not going to get into it specifically, but Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Okay, species.
Phi, beta, gamma. Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, right. I remember that by saying kings play cards on flat green stools.
Kings play cards on flat green stools. I learned musical things by Every Good Boy Does Fine.
Yep.
Is there another one for that one? The chords are E, G, B, D, F.
Yes.
Every
and then
good
the
boy
other
does
one
fine.
is face, F-A-C-E.
Yes, for the F, A, C, and E on
That's
the
for the
piano.
slot. That's for the slots in the middle of the lines.
So face, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good to learn stuff that way. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a good learning tool. But a lot of people, they don't understand learning. They don't do it well. They resist it.
I'm not a fan of learning.
Yes, you are. You are an educationable person.
Educationable.
You're educable.
But that's perfect right there. That's a new word. That is a rooster word.
Educationable.
We'll call that chicken scratch.
Johnny Rooster is all about giving you something that you don't normally hear, that you don't normally understand, and we dissect it and chew it up like corn.
And then we can not understand it together.
and we scratch around together and figure it out.
Sometimes we might lay a few eggs here and there.
We have people that are listeners that actually come back and listen on Monday mornings. In fact, we're giving them incentive to wake up on Monday morning.
Yeah, and get ready for the morning drive, which is coming up
In
next.
fact, if you got to be at work at 8, hurry up. You're slow.
Get
You need to
ready.
Come on,
Get
quit
ready for
listening.
work. Come on.
You can multitask.
Yeah.
You can get ready.
Odds are you're probably, if you're listening to this and amidst the coronavirus,
he's shaving and
you're
he's
probably
thinking-
sitting at home right now.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have to get to work. I got to stay home. I'm quarantined.
Yeah, social distancing.
You know, can you imagine if people were part-time humans? Here's what I mean. There's a job. We're talking about a calling, about a ministry, and then we're talking about regular jobs. What
part-time
if you
humans.
said part-time humans needed, weekends only, or what's your evening schedule
Empathy
only?
required.
Yeah, no humanity during the day required.
Right.
No experience required.
Oh, so then you'd be a high up for some of these major corporations.
I'm just like, I can do a human thing on weekends. I can be human.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and then what
As
if
long
you're-
as I don't have to be that. I don't want to give up my weekdays. I don't want to be human during the
No,
weekend.
and so I want our listeners and viewers to go along with us as we travel this little road of part-timery. Listen to that. Slurpery. Now, the part-timery I want to talk about today first
Part-timery. Got
is
it.
the United States President. President of the United States, part-time position available. No experience necessary. This is a fictitious ad, okay? So we're going,
Okay.
we're going on a little journey,
Now, are you
having a
coming
little
from
fun.
No, it's not like Bloomberg
No,
advertising it.
Well, it could be. If you want to take the Bloomberg tack, whatever tack you take, as listeners and viewers, I think they all have something to say, and they want to chime in. Even if it's not live, they're going to
wanna
chime
hear
in.
my- this
what
is
would
a-
your part-time ad be for president?
Okay, so mine would be paid for by Nancy Pelosi.
Okay,
You
paid for
ready?
by Nancy Pelosi. Let's do it.
I hate him. He sucks. I'm going to destroy the country if that's what it takes to get rid of him. Paid for by Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
My name is Nancy Pelosi, and I approve this message.
Okay, great.
Where am I right now?
So part-time president would be a weekend president.
My
a
eyeball fell out.
You know, you got nighttime
Sorry.
president. There's weekend president.
Weekend president, yeah.
Holiday president. Because the real president shouldn't have to do this.
Well, the holiday president, that would,
I think the president should be a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
right.
And the rest of it has to be carried out by the weekend president. It's my duty to be weekend president.
Right. I see what you're talking about. Like President Trump would be president
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday
and then
through
you have
Friday.
somebody
Yeah.
take the position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it sucks being president
That should be like-
24/7.
that should be like Mike
How
Pence.
many of us, if we're even called to preach, we don't feel like we want to be on call 24/7, even though we are?
When you're called to preach, you are on call 24/7.
Yes, I know. So
whether
that's-
you accept it or not.
So here's what I'm drawing the audience into.
This is great.
This is what I'm drawing them into because I do this. This is Johnny's hook. We have regular people that work hard, 9 to 5,
Yeah.
8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they complain about preachers not working because they only work on Sunday morning.
No, they don't.
No. It's 24/7. If
You
you're in
got-
the ministry.
Some people take weeks and weeks to prepare for one sermon.
So we have a 24/7 minister, but we are being ridiculed by 8 to 5ers.
Yeah.
Now let's think about the president.
Oh, we just elected an 8 to 5 president. He's not my weekend president.
Well, a lot
So
of
who
them.
would the weekend president be? What kind of position what person would fill that job? Who wants it on the weekend?
I would say definitely nobody that's there currently.
Okay. We'd have to make up somebody new. Okay.
I would
A
hire
new
Ross
hire.
Perot.
Ross Perot.
Ross Perot. Now what I'd
Here's
like to
the
do.
deal.
Now here's the
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal right here.
He'd love to say his ears are big, his thoughts are big.
I can hear you. No problems. I can hear you just fine. Now,
He's small.
please let me finish. Let me finish. Stop
Can I
interrupting. Let me finish.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm finished.
Guys, remember, Ross Perot was a presidential
was-
candidate back
was years ago.
when George Bush Sr. and Bill Clinton were running.
Yes.
And here he was.
The little third party, the little third wheel. He's a billionaire, and he's got stuff to say.
That's
Well,
right.
He was valid, but he was.
I
People
think it'd be a
weren't
lot
ready.
of fun if we could do that.
What if we could do that? He's a billionaire.
Well, now we
I
have
would-
a billionaire in the office, but
I would vote for him today.
you know, you got to have weekend president. I
Yeah.
think he'd be a good weekender.
Yeah, he would.
I'm taking this over. I'm taking the wheel after.
I mean, they were gonna put Bloomberg, and he had to step on a stool, so
That's right.
he's actually shorter than Ross Perot.
So, yes, that's right. So we need a stepping stool.
And we need to have a
Platform for this guy because he's short.
I can't help it whenever I swim.
That's
I
right.
have to wear the water wings.
But he's got, after 6 o'clock, this is your man.
This is
your president.
That's right.
I'm sorry, the White House is closed. I'll take the calls after hours.
And he personally answers the White House phone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but nobody's in. But I'll take your question. What do you want? Go ahead.
What do you got going on?
What do you got? I got a simple
Thank
answer.
you for calling the White
Yeah.
House.
Yeah.
This is Ross Perot, your weekend president. How can I help you today?
It's after 6 p.m., so we're at Eastern Standard
Now,
Time.
what we should do? We should build a wall between America and Mexico so we can gestate and dictate American job. I think it'd be really fun if we could do
And if
that.
you're mad about things the way they are,
Just don't be mad.
9 to 5, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, you just go rap all you want. But this is a weekend guy.
That would be
I
good.
would not elect.
I do not. Do the Bill Clinton thing.
I did not.
I do
I'm not gonna say.
It depends on what your definition of wall is.
Wall is a relative term.
No.
Just-
But we want the weekend president kind of mentality here on
Yeah.
the show. This morning mouth today. This is Monday. We're getting ready for work.
You've thought all week about this.
No,
haven't you?
I just top of the comb.
Oh, that explains the burn. That explains the burn spot on your head.
Yeah, the top of the comb. We have a chickeny, roostery infested.
What would
show.
I would be a turkey, I think.
But what would you do if you were the weekend president? You could play golf, couldn't you?
No.
No, they'd really want you to work.
Yeah, they'd really want you to
What
work.
would the
Could you
Sunday
imagine- okay.
president look like?
I can tell you this.
What's his routine?
All right, so I was a dispatcher for a very prominent trucking company here in town. Before they took it. And
We're
put it
shifting
somewhere.
into story mode, folks.
Right. Now, I thought I had a good beat on things because my position that I have now, it's what I had before I became dispatch, which is fleet management.
He knows stuff about fleets, Lily.
Right. So you work really hard all week getting the loads covered for the following person that's coming on for the next 4 days because
Okay.
I'm 4 on, 4 off.
Yeah, so
right?
he's working a lot of hours on 4 days.
Yes, 10-hour
Getting ready.
shifts, getting ready,
Then you
have
deal
everything
with-
covered, and then if the guy
Here comes the part-timer.
if the guy that relieves you for
Here
that
comes
4
the
days
B-team.
doesn't do his job in the same manner, you come to a load of crap,
Good point.
right? So you come in regardless of whether it's physically Monday or
Yeah.
if it's work Monday,
Right.
and then you look at the board and you're like, oh. Of course,
These guys have left it in disrepair.
yeah. And
What are some scenarios that could happen?
okay? So I'll tell you,
This is weekend president, folks. We're
this is
talking about what if we had a weekend president.
So I had everything for the next 5 days covered.
Okay.
Completely covered.
He had
every load
the
we had.
road was paved.
Right. And I came in to having the first 3 of my days not covered, that I had to scramble to try and get people to cover these loads. And then getting them to answer the phone is the difficult part. It's like managing a bunch of teenagers that don't want to
You
work.
know how people don't like to answer the phone.
No, or they'll answer it and they'll give you the runaround. Oh, let me look at my schedule and I'll call you right back.
We could even say it in an alternate
I'm like, well,
voice.
I've got your work schedule right now. I can tell you.
Let me get back to you.
Yeah, and then they don't answer their phone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's called ghosting.
Yeah, and then whenever you decide, okay, numerous times this has happened, the day I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and send in and have them terminated.
Reality
because
check.
They haven't gotten in contact with us. And then all of a sudden, when you file the paperwork for termination, boom, they call, hey, I'm ready to work again.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And then, like if they don't show up,
Yeah.
I have a completely new respect for dispatchers out there because
Yes.
like I'd be at home after work, and during the week when you work, you're on call after you leave there.
I am taking my hat off to the dispatchers. You guys, if that are watching,
I'm just going to tip my hat.
that's for real. I took my hat off because seriously, dispatchers, they have it rough. They work these odd hours.
Odd
We do
hours.
overnights.
Well,
I'm putting my hat back on.
I worked day shift, but then on the days that I'm scheduled to
He
work,
works overnight
the 4
during
on,
the day.
Yeah, when the days that you're scheduled to work, once you leave and have everything covered for the rest of that night, if your driver doesn't show up
Jeez.
to leave on a load that's time sensitive,
Yes.
then you have main
This stuff
dispatch
matters.
in a completely different state calling you at home saying, "Hey, your driver didn't show up," and that's overnight dispatch. Your driver didn't show up.
Yeah.
You got to get this covered.
Doesn't stop.
So you get up, get dressed, go into the office, go through your list,
This
try
is
and
the
get a hold
stuff
of
people
somebody.
don't know about.
Yeah, no, I have a completely new respect for him.
Yeah.
It was one of the most stressful jobs I think I've ever worked at.
Imagine being president of the United States.
Imagine
Just
being the weekend
imagine
president.
having all of the responsibilities, and then you have to turn that over to the weekend guy.
Imagine being the weekend guy.
In our scenario, it's Ross Perot. This is a political
Imagine
candidate.
being Ross Perot and coming in,
I'm the weekend boy.
and then
he
you've got
dresses,
all this stuff. Yeah.
he dresses in casual, like he's got
Yeah.
his cardigan on, and
The
he's just
cardigan.
wandering around. Yeah, you know he's old school.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
his penny loafers because he thinks he can. He doesn't even dress presidential, okay?
Yeah,
He's
no.
probably smoking a stogie, not even caring about the office.
I'm
like-
the weekend president. You just take that up on Monday.
Puff, puff.
Oh,
you
I
know?
can see that.
You just see that.
See, that's the problem with
That's the
America
problem with
today.
the weekend.
You know, not just that. That's not my job.
That's not my job.
I'm tired of hearing that, folks. If
Can you
you're
imagine?
if you work for some place, everybody has to work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here's the point. If you had a part-time president, we'd be dissatisfied. Yet we expect our president 24/7 to know everything and do everything perfectly just for our...
And to speak perfectly.
So, because of that, we say that of our clergy, of our ministry. We think they should be on our call list 24/7.
And they do it willingly. They are on your call list 24/7.
The president does too. He's not
Yeah.
even taking a salary. But listen, we've got to start respecting our clergy, our ministry.
Yes, absolutely. Especially, I mean, it should be that it shouldn't take a deadly.
They're
highly
not
contagious
clocking in
virus.
and out.
No, we stay clocked in. But you know what?
They stay dialed in.
That's right. Stay down.
They don't have a
Now, this
weekend
isn't-
minister.
This is a
Can
little
you
bit more
imagine if-
serious than we
Oh,
were
it is,
planning,
but it's funny to think about. What if you had a weekend pastor and then a Monday through Friday pastor?
right.
You
So
know,
basically, an associate pastor.
think about this.
Well, no,
not the-
associate pastors
I'm
are full
sorry.
pastors,
I'm
too.
sorry. I can't fulfill your need. I am done. It's after 5 p.m. So take that
Yeah.
up with the
Yeah,
reservist.
yeah, that's right.
But my mother just passed away. I need someone.
Just put some ice packs around her,
You're
and
gonna
they'll get
have
to her tomorrow.
Sorry.
You know,
The humor here on Johnny Rooster is morbid. It's insensitive and irreverent on purpose. It's Monday morning, guys.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I'm sorry. We can't make it better. It's still Monday.
Yeah.
And it's still early, although it is getting later. And if you're not going to work by now, you're probably quarantined.
probably. Which
Some
we're praying
people-
for you.
some people
we pray for
quarantine.
your sanity.
Yes, some people quarantine themselves from responsibility.
Yeah.
You can shift and go into that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that are part-time president, part-time preacher. It doesn't work so well. How about part-time human? How part-time compassionate? Oh no, I'm not compassionate. Only 8 to 5. I am no more.
Why does that sound like one of my ex-wives? Anyways,
No more grace, right?
Right.
People just leave their.
It's like it's 5 o'clock. I have not got any time to be compassionate or empathetic to anybody. So I don't feel from 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock the next morning. I don't have any empathy or any
Imagine-
feelings whatsoever.
Imagine mothers being part-time mothers.
Yeah.
You're not my son. It's after 5.
Yeah.
You do
know,
what you got to do.
Don't you got to go to school or something?
I'll see you at 8 a.m.
Yep.
It doesn't work like that.
Meet me at the van.
We have to be responsible 24/7 for our actions, for
Absolutely.
our attitudes, and of course, with the fun of this show, I would
And
like
accountable.
to add that little bit of responsibility amid the fun, amid the corn scratching and the banjo picking.
I will admit that I love what I do here at Axe Ministry. I really do.
Explain a little bit what you do here at Axe Ministry. Some
Okay.
people don't know.
All right, so I work for a trucking company. I work overnights. I work from 8 at night until 6 in the morning. I get off work from there and I come here. We set up and we get everything ready to roll. We get everything ready to broadcast. And we socialize. We have a little camaraderie. Of course, social distancing at the same time.
Very distant.
And in the morning on Mondays, I get this show going before our show.
Fire up the banjo.
So if you're watching this, I'm telling you, I'm probably running around getting everything ready for
We
the show.
don't
that's
know
coming up
why,
next.
but he can be doing this while he's setting up for
Yeah,
another show.
Yeah,
The-
in a
the
completely
morning
different
drive.
alternate universe.
And he might
apparently.
even wear a different shirt.
Yeah.
And he's changing fast.
That's what
And
happened this Monday.
The changing room still doesn't have a good door. I
'Cause
don't
I-
want to watch you changing shirts every 5 minutes.
Oh, I always wear an undershirt because I don't want,
Yeah. We've
I'm
got
bashful.
Decency standards.
Even when I was 4'9", I weighed 95 pounds and
The-
was really skinny. I was really bashful. I didn't want to walk
The
around with my shirt on.
FCC has standards.
Missouri has made it illegal for men to go around topless now.
I didn't hear that. Really?
Yeah, because the whole free the nipple movement.
Yeah.
That's been just going across this country. Again, these are our opinions, not those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group.
But
and
they're
their
still our
subordinate
opinions, and here they
ministries
go.
and nonprofits. Well,
Right.
they tried, and Oklahoma just made it legal for women to walk around topless if they wish.
Okay.
And I get the equal rights and
So
stuff.
every pervert just moved to Oklahoma?
No, that's not the only one. I think
No.
they passed a law years ago in New York City saying that women could ride the subway topless.
I don't see them just going out in droves to be topless. But
No,
go
they
ahead.
don't.
Continue.
Okay, well, they tried to do that here. Big, and part of their thing was, well, men can walk around without a shirt on, no problem. And I get that.
I roll.
I get that, and so they just made it against the law for anybody to walk around.
Because any fool knows men and women's
Shirtless.
bodies are identical. Sure.
And I said, okay.
He says with a bit of sarcasm.
I said the lustful male in me is like, yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. But the Christian man in me, the man that I have become, thank you to Jesus Christ.
Okay. That guy.
That's a nightmare for me
Right.
because I don't want to think lustful thoughts.
Right. It's a trigger.
Just the same thing with women. You don't want to think lustful thoughts about the men walking around.
Nobody
shirtless.
wants to be in a position to be dragged down morally.
Right.
So why would you be put in that position? Why would they want us to be in that position? It's
Well,
wrong.
because the world wants us defeated.
So we feel like it's a defeat
We unite under the
to
flag
the
of the Lion
morality.
of the tribe of
you know,
Judah.
the women, where are the feminists that speak against pornography and the degradation of women, and yet they're saying in the name of freedom and equality they're topless?
Yeah. So
It maketh no sense to me.
making no sense of.
I do not understand it, Guatapa.
Oh no. I'm just checking our
I
time.
think we could
Make
do
sure
a
we're-
voiceover now. Could we do one of those?
What are you talking about?
Oh,
a-
like I'm talking and you're giving me the words.
okay.
Some of this is visual, so some people are watching.
Some people are watching. Let's
If
see.
you're listening, you're going to just have to bear with us.
All right. So what's our subject going to be?
Part-time president,
Part-time president.
the weekend guy.
Well, you're putting me in a
How about
tough
just
position.
a weekend guy? He doesn't want to do any work,
Doesn't want to do
and
any
he
work.
doesn't want to pick up where the guy left off. All this stuff's ready, and he's just going to coast. Is that
okay.
good? Can that help?
Yeah. Let's try it. Why not? I'm just going.
Okay, so Pastor
Gotta clear my head.
Matt's going to do the voice. I'm going to do the gestures,
And
and this is off the cuff. This is
This-
spontaneous.
I know. So I'm nervous.
Spontaneity.
Extreme spontaneity.
Extreme spontaneity ahead. And this is the way the morning mouth goes.
Okay, so you are the weekend president, and
okay.
what is okay? So what is the?
And I don't
is
have
somebody
a-
calling you, asking you
Yeah,
about
there's
something?
there's probably something urgent going on in a world crisis. Like today.
Yeah.
Like
So
the
what
real
is it?
world.
Do we want Ross Perot,
We could, yes. Let's
or do we
that.
want like stereotypical like Asian overdubbing of the
Could
the
be
movies?
Yeah, whatever you're feeling. Do what
Okay.
you want to do.
Let's see.
I'm letting Pastor Matt decide what.
All right, let's see what we got. Okay, go ahead. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see you here. But if you have a problem, I am not your president. I am here to sit in the Oval Office, twiddle my thumbs. If you were to kick me in the butt, you would break my finger. Because I am doing nothing. I don't understand. Do you have a problem with whatever we're having I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so see, that's why
that's hard to do.
It is really hard.
You guys got to give Matt kudos for trying. 'cause
That's hard.
Almost because I'm an unbreakable source.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Some-
I mean, your hands and
there's
everything, you were
other
even
pe-
mouthing some of
Yeah.
the words.
Other people in this position, they just laugh because they're an easy fodder for that. But
'Cause it'd be
not,
like-
not the rooster. He sits there and he.
I'm sitting here and my thumb smells very bad.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Get it? Because his thumb's up his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, not literally,
I mean,
obviously.
it's funny.
but-
Come on, and
Yeah.
we can laugh here on this show. I believe Christians, as well as other people, that wouldn't consider themselves Christians are allowed to laugh.
Are they?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay to have. It's okay to have a sense of humor.
And if you're not going to work by 8, consider yourself quarantined. Quarantined, but you're not quarantined from Max Media Group.
Right. You're not quarantined
fact,
from
we
Max
got-
Television
what is
Network,
it?
Max Media Group, and/or its subordinate affiliate
We
ministries.
have another program coming up at 8 o'clock or 8-ish.
8-ish. Yeah,
Because this never
they
really...
say when we start at 8:01, we're right on time,
'cause
or
we're thinking
8:02, or
there-
8:03.
There's Mountain Time, there's Central Time, there's Eastern Time. All these things they consider, and we're kind of...
But Easter time is only in April, right?
Easter Time, Eastern, with or without the N. Yes, I'll take the Easter without the N, please.
Yeah.
I don't
minus
want
the chocolate.
Eastern.
You know, it's time for us to get out of here.
Well, when we do, we're going to play... Are we going to play the banjo?
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
want to exit on the... Can we do that? Is that a thing?
no,
or is that
that's definitely a thing.
technical
Definitely.
wizardry?
No, that's all right. Go
Make
ahead.
up new wordery. Well, yeah, I want to just kind of like, and as we're finishing our program this morning, folks, remember it is Monday, and be safe out there, or something official.
Which you just did.
I am the weekend. No, I'm not. I'm the Monday entertainer. We'll leave it up to the professionals Tuesday through Friday. Thank you. This is Johnny Rooster, and my kick
Pastor Matt,
in the side.
kick in the side. Bye, everybody.
Scratch it away.
Enjoy the morning drive coming up right about now.
Right about whenever you're ready.